What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I got to have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me? This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Major Game says I like the sound of that. Still in the low 60s. I'm good here. Classic music. Will Nola, Power Ranger X, PJ, Terrible People Podcast, Walk on Wood. What up, y'all? Major Gains, Terrible People, C Diggs, Your Car, Taylor Burns, Quick Fix, Osriel, Derek Thomas. Hey, what up, y'all? Desiree. What's going on, friends? I appreciate y'all. If y'all not a part of the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. It is a blessed Sabbath. I'll be trying to rest on a Sabbath, so I slept in a little bit, and I was chilling, slow motion. I didn't even get up immediately. I just chilled. Shout out to Scott Bot Autos. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support of the channel on Cash App. Also want to give a shout out to Mike. That dude said the Saturday show is appreciated. Christopher Williams says, you lead me to breakthroughs. Much love, bro. Dang, Christopher, you giving me a 50 ball on a Saturday? I appreciate it. 80 thoughts. Who you got, Cash Money or No Limit? Cash Money. Cash Money. You just got up, Will Nola? Y'all just start getting up? Shh. Shh. After this live stream, I got another 2 hours worth of work. Then I'm gonna ship it over to your car. And then I still got a bunch of work to do. I got movies to watch for tomorrow. I got an NBA game to go to tomorrow for the Pistons home opener. I got a lot to do. A lot to do. No Limit if Fiend is involved. You smoking crack. Finally broke down and turned on your heat. I don't know if I ever turned anything off. I just switch it from cool to heat on my thermostat. Give No Limit a puncher's chance. Impossible. It's impossible for No Limit. Listen, Drake is better than the entire No Limit. Wayne is better than the entire No Limit. Nicki, I ain't gonna say she better than the entire No Limit, but that's just a couple names, bro. I don't really think y'all understand how vast the No Limit catalog is. I mean, the Cash Money catalog is. Bro, Cash Money would destroy literally any record label. Y'all talking about performance. I'm talking about catalog, bro. What do you mean? Young Money is under Cash Money. How can you not use it? Bro, I don't listen, bro. I don't think y'all realize Cash Money had a window. I mean, No Limit had a window. Cash Money had decades. Cash Money had decades, literally decades. And I mean decades on decades on decades. And they never have stopped since they've come out. They have never stopped since they come out, ever. Since we was in high school, Cash Money been killing this for over 30 years, dog. It's really insane to think about the run that they didn't have, bro. It's insane, bro. So, if you just want to talk about performance or something like that, then that's one thing. But bro, it ain't a hip hop record label that can ever touch Cash Money, and it just is what it is, bro. It's just life. It's just the way that it is, man. Ain't no way that we talking about on some nostalgia junk, but on real life junk, cut it out, bro. Cut it out, dog. Y'all out of y'all mind. Anyways, so what else is going on, friends? How y'all feel? Y'all ready to get started with the show? I'll probably kick it with y'all for about an hour and some change. Hour and some change on a Saturday and be able to kick it and chill. Why everybody acting like I'm the big bad bully? Anton, why you go in on that boy like that? What are you talking about? Y'all don't understand the game, so y'all want me to put on kid gloves because we content creators all of a sudden? Because somebody wasn't aware of what they was about to get themselves into. Now all of a sudden I got it. Y'all, wait a minute. How y'all gonna feel sorry for the bully? Y'all feeling sorry for the big bad bully? Is that what we doing? Oh man, come on, bro. Where we at? Y'all soft. Now we getting soft. I thought that the internet didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? This is crazy. So I have to temper how I respond, and I have to be careful. I wasn't even talking about nobody like that. I wasn't even mentioning nobody, and then they decided to jump off the bridge. You just picked the wrong target. That's all. Let me read some of y'all super chats. David Williams says, damn, hopped on YouTube to see what's the look and bow. Here, AD. Salute to you, sir. Shout out to David Williams. I appreciate you. Shadow Dragon says, have you heard about Saudi PIFs taking big stakes in the big media companies? Did you see any good or bad from this? Also, I saw you on Flux City. Yeah, I talked to him. I talked to Flux City, and I was giving him game on how he can improve and run his channel up. And he was just appreciative. He was like, he never seen them type of numbers from nobody in less than 7 days. So shout out to him, Flux City in the building. Cashmere says, what up, though? Just finished a double shift and ready for some sleep. Have a good weekend. Yeah, get your rest. I don't really sleep. So I don't. Shout out to Cashmere. I appreciate you for the 50 ball. I don't really rest like that. I mean, I don't really sleep. I take naps throughout the day. I try to take a nap throughout the day. But I be having a lot going on, man. I'm trying to do stuff, trying to make moves, trying to take over the world. You know? I give y'all entertainment. How, nigga, what do you know? You his friend? You got his phone number, my nigga? Everybody got money. Nobody mentioned nothing about money. I didn't even know money was a part of the conversation. My whole little soliloquy that I did ain't have nothing about money. And plenty of millionaires catch feelings. And I don't really give a fuck about if anybody catch feelings whatsoever. I don't care. I said what I said. That's the end of the conversation for me. I don't really care nothing about all of that other shit. Big Back for Life says, Anton, love your content. I'm from Detroit. I don't understand why you're not recognized in the city as a top creator because you're really killing shit with no cosign. It ain't no creator economy in the city like that. Part of the reason why it's not a thing is because I've created this segment in Detroit. I created this shit. I'm the architect of content creation in Detroit because there was no content creation in Detroit Wasn't no YouTubers, wasn't no live streamers in the city. Wasn't no YouTubers, wasn't no live streaming, wasn't no none of that shit. I created this segment. And so, if you really want to think about it, there is no recognition because there hasn't really been a collective movement of content creation in the city. Everybody was talking about move to Atlanta. Kevin Samuels was trying to like, yo, you should move to Atlanta. I said, man, I'm staying in Detroit. Ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. I'm staying in Detroit. So now I'm starting to get my due because people understand what the movement is. You know what I'm saying? So I created this shit. I created talking on the internet and stuff like that in Detroit. Wasn't nobody popping like that. Wasn't nobody doing nothing. And it still ain't really nobody doing nothing. Everybody just running around trying to figure it out. Yep, they're in NYC, LA, Miami, ATL, all of that shit. They even in Texas. They not here. So, it's my city. This is mine. And I don't need a cosign. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, I don't never. You know what the benefit is of not caring about relationships? Like, I make sure that I'm cool with who I'm cool with organically, but I'm not worried about offending anybody, so I can talk matter of fact because I don't really give a fuck. Like, I don't care about what anybody think. I don't care if niggas getting their feelings. I'm able to objectively give my opinion without worrying about what other people think because I'm not looking for no friends. I got real friends in real life. I live stream with them on after hours. I hang out with them and we go out to dinner together. We go bowling. We go over each other's house and we have fun. So I don't care about people that I don't motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be but I've told y'all this a long time ago, way years ago. I said, I don't want to be a part of the boule. I don't care about no goddamn parties. I don't care about no Hollywood parties. I got my family. I got my daughter. I got my chick. I got my brothers. I got my real family in real life. I got my content creation family. I built, think about this shit for a second. I built my own content creation. Like, I've got a bag chaser group. Because Lisa Jean, I'm the shit. And it ain't, listen, it ain't bragging. It's just the truth. I've built my own community of 19,000 people on Patreon. And when I go to a city, we turn that bitch up. I don't need anybody. I don't want any, I don't care. If people are cool with me, then they cool with me. If they not, just because they a celebrity, I don't care. I don't care. Listen, in Detroit, everybody is the shit. Everybody feel like they the main character in Detroit. We used to that shit. We don't give a fuck about celebrities. We internal. Like, even if you look at our rappers are internal. They support, they focus on each other. They don't care about no industry cosigns. So we different. Like, we ain't never been the clout. Oh, I want to get invited to the Diddy parties and shit. I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I'm a grown man with a daughter. What do I care about industry relationships? That's for you niggas that's smitten with people that want an autograph from these niggas. I don't even call y'all, I don't call people that rock with me fans. Have y'all noticed that? I have never said my fans because I don't look at myself in the same vein as everybody else. I call y'all my friends. Oh no, that's my friends. If anybody ever say anything to me on an interview and say, yeah, your fan base, they're my friends. These my niggas. They've been rocking with me since the beginning. I know them in real life. I meet with a lot of them in real life. Don't call, ain't. That's y'all. Y'all got this industry thing in your head. Man, these people are regular people. They bleed like you. They cry like you. They in their emotions like you. They get boxolitis like you. They just, bro, they like you. That's it. Stop idolizing people and pedestalizing people. Man, they got how much money you got? You know what I'm saying? Man, King, this person ain't. Why do, nigga, that was 2 days ago. I'm off that shit until I'm on it again. If something else pop up, I said what I said. Give a fuck about what these niggas talking about. Bob Brown will tell you in real life. I just be, man, listen. When me and Bob Brown and we be hanging out and we be at the meetup or some shit, nigga, we be talking about hoes. We don't talk about celebrities. We don't talk about none of this other shit. Be like, hey man, that chick bad as fuck over there. But nah, I'm chilling, bro, right now. I can't be getting caught up in no stuff. Bob be like, hey man, who is that nigga over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about real stuff. We don't talk about the same stuff that everybody else talk about. We regular people. Yeah, that's y'all that's caught up on this shit. And so it's easy to manipulate y'all. It's easy to finesse y'all. Man, these people got regular problems just like you. They girlfriends and stuff, they got periods just like your girlfriend and your chick, bro. Stop having this worship celebrity culture, man. If this has taught y'all anything, it should teach y'all that they not as rich as they say that they are. They not as smart as you think that they are. They always got to be a part of a conglomerate or a machine that's funding them. And then you need to ask yourself the question, well, why are they giving them so much money? Why are they funding them? Obviously, it's to finesse you guys into doing whatever it is that they need to do, because that's why they call them influencers. That's why they call them influencers. We don't have that shit over here. We just cool, man. I talk to my people on the phone in real life. They got my real phone number, all of that. Stop being so easily influenced. Y'all grown men. Y'all 30, 35, 40. What do you, why don't you have a profile picture? And why you dick ride so hard another nigga that you don't even know, that don't even know you? You could, nigga, my people, they call me and be like, hey man, this person, we take flights, we go and pray for people because we actually know you niggas. I know y'all. Like, I be meeting y'all and knowing y'all in real life. These niggas don't give a fuck about y'all. But see, that's part of the reason why you don't respect people the way that you respect them. Because if I didn't recognize you, or I didn't see you, or I never acknowledged you, or I act like you was a minion and I called you a fucking fan, then you would be all on my nuts. But because I treat you like a human being, and I go back and forth with you and we joke on each other and you crack on me and I let you still be able to be in the chat, and I crack on you and we go back and forth, now you think that these niggas is supposed to be above you. And they not. They regular motherfucking people with tax problems. They go broke. They got baby mama problems, and they be in their feelings too. Y'all got to stop worshiping people. Stop worshiping people. If I treated you like a fucking fan, then you would be all on my nuts. And that's what they try to teach y'all. Like, they got coaching classes and they got content classes where they teach people how to treat people like fucking fans so that they can, feel like they better than y'all, and then y'all can worship them more. But because because I'm right here and I'm touchable, regardless of how many subscribers that I got or how much money I get, and we all just have fun and have a good time, all of a sudden you don't have the same level of respect. But even the word says a prophet gets no honor in his own home. You don't have no self-respect for yourself. That's why you so busy worshiping these other niggas that you don't have no access to. Y'all don't have no self-respect for yourself. Nigga, you a grown man. Stand on your own too and stop worshiping another nigga just because they able to sing, rap, or dance. Grow the fuck up. Stop being a sucker. Grow the fuck up. Niggas is amazing to me. If you hung around some of these people like I get to see behind the curtain, and I've been seeing behind the curtain for a long time, you hang around a lot of these people, man, you will realize that a lot of these guys is lame, bro. Lame as fuck. That's why they spend so much money on hoes. Because they gotta buy their love, they gotta buy their affection. They spending money on people that ain't never gonna return no value back into their life. They buying friendships. They still leading with their money and shit. It's like, man, these niggas is not what y'all think that they are, man. Honestly. that's not to say they're not cool, or it's not some that's the exception to the rule and stuff. But man, they cool and they all right, but they not like, stop worshiping people. That's how y'all get marketed to. I done did interviews with people and I be thinking to myself, yeah, this ain't what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? No, I've been DMing with Ladybug. I've been very busy because I got some people that's around me that got birthdays. So I just been slammed and swamped. So maybe I'll get with Ladybug next week. Let me read a couple of more super chats. We're gonna get into this Minneapolis thing. Shout out to Big Back for Life. I appreciate you. Mr. Hunter 5150 says, like a boss, check this 304 this week. Kev says, who you got in the verses tonight? AD Cash Money all day. Shin C says, salute. What up, dog? TS Car Wash and Detail Services. AD Big Dog, what's the word? Thunderbird. Out here grinding 7 days a week, detailing and washing semi trucks. Well, that's where the money is, huh? I saw your video, but didn't get the gist on the Queens Flip Mark Lamont beef. Did one of them get put off the Joe Budden podcast? And no, they just got into an argument, and then niggas be like, "Who the fuck you talking to?" And they both stood up, and it was all based off of like this whole, who you talking to type thing, just normal everyday guy stuff. Celebrity Sug says, "You're great showing time for some Just for Men." I don't use Just for Men. I use something else. I ain't gonna tell you because I'm not about to promote nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if they want that promotion, then they're gonna have to tap in. All right. All right, y'all. Let's get it popping. Yeah, that's true. You said Queens Flip got 1 million subscribers, Mark don't. That's what I always say, man. Listen, the numbers tell a different story than what everybody else is talking about, bro. I don't. People could say they smart. It's like, well, why? How come your smartness don't translate into anything meaningful? I don't be thinking that the people that portraying themselves as super intellectual is as smart as the people that actually get the results. Oh, you just entertaining? No, nigga, they smarter than you. That's why they got more money than you. That's why they got a bigger house than you. That's why their kids is more put together, and that's why they're able to negotiate better contracts. I'm not smitten. Who was the tallest person you've been around? What do you mean by been around? Like interviewed, or are you talking about like in my friendship circle? You know who tall as hell, like and big, is Kwame Kilpatrick, the former Detroit mayor. That nigga is husky, like tall and big. But Mark Odom is a goddamn giant. All of these niggas is tall as fuck, bro. They all like giants, man, in real life. I remember I went to a Maxim party back when went to a Maxim party when the Super Bowl, the Detroit Super Bowl, was here in Detroit, and Kwame was mayor at that time. And then you looked up, and you got to remember they had a bunch of NFL players. Man, Kwame was the biggest nigga up in there, bro. Kwame was the biggest dude up in there. I was like, what the fuck? Shout out to Kwame, man. Let's see something. I ain't talked to him in a while. I heard something happen.
My man.
What up, Kwame?
How you doing, brother?
Chilling. I'm just checking on you, man. I heard I heard some things, the condolences to the passing of your moms, man. I just wanted to check on you and see how you doing.
Man, I sure appreciate that, brother. I'm all right, man. I'm good. I've been good. It's kind of hitting me now, but I've been all right.
Man, that's good.
But you hear these little people in here, they don't let you you got to keep going.
Well, that's the blessing, though, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the blessing is that you're always occupied with something that's beneficial, such as kids, man. Kids are a blessing.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, you have lost the parents, so you and I, I'm pulling on all y'all, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna call you later on. I'm gonna call you later on the day. I just wanted to check in with you, let you know that I was gonna be hitting you up, and I also wanted to check on you, make sure you was okay.
All right, cool. And then whenever you're ready to get together, too, man, I'm available, brother.
Okay, my friend, I'm gonna hit you up.
All right, cool.
All right, bye. Shout out to Kwame Kilpatrick, super cool dude, good guy, former mayor of Detroit, absolutely awesome, and condolences for him losing his mom. His mom passed away at the funeral I heard this weekend. So it's hard, man. Hard losing a parent, hard going through that type of stuff, bro. So show some love to your friends, man. Check on your friends, check on the real ones, and go from there. All right. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the show. I want to tackle this Somali thing because I actually had visited Minneapolis, and I think I had showed y'all me in Minneapolis, but I was just amazed. I was absolutely amazed at how many Somalians was over in Minneapolis. I was just taken aback. Hold on, let me see if I can find something. That's liberal Anton. I was back in liberal Anton days. Oh, Somali, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But let me get into this video and we're going to go from there.
Man, Minneapolis, bitch, get in tune.
That was not the greeting we expected when we pulled into Cedar Riverside.
Misconception in my eyes would be that Somali community are a threat. No, before Somali, we're Muslim. And Somali people that are real Muslims that are on their deen and on their way.
Wait. We got Somali thugs now? Is that what we doing? We got Somali thugs now? Come on, dog. Not the Somali thugs going. What the fuck is going on in the United States of America, man? So we just letting anybody come in here and dog walk us. We letting anybody come in here and dog walk us. Anybody can come in here, and now we got Somali thugs. Man, I was watching an interview where a dude was trying to convince me. Well, I was watching it, so he wasn't actually talking to me, but he was talking to the camera. And he was trying to say that Ann Arbor was tough. It was some hoods in Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor, where the University of Michigan is probably the only place in America where there's no good and bad. It's pretty much all good. Pretty much all good. And he was trying to tell us how thug Ann Arbor, man, I grew up in the rough part of Ann Arbor, on this street and this street. Like, my nigga, what? You went to good schools. So don't tell me we got Somali YNs, bro. No, Jay, don't tell me we got Somali YNs, man.
Peaceful. 3 miles just in walking distance right now as we speak, and it's so beautiful that you can just take your feet and just walk to the mosque. Everything's easy over here.
I asked Salim how he ended up in Minneapolis, and he told us that he was actually born in Kenya, which many Somalis fled to after its government collapse in 1991.
Obviously, I'm an immigrant, but at the end of the day, this country welcomed me. For my family to thrive in this country, I'm glad and I'm thankful.
But Salim then fell into hot water in South Dakota, where he was charged for murder.
These YNs look like the same YNs that we got right here in the in the hood. They got the same hairstyles. They look the same. They got different names. All their names is Muhammad, Hassan, and Salih. Come on, bro. Really? Do we got Somali YNs, y'all? Somali YNs? And Sioux Falls? Good Jesus, Lord have mercy. What are we doing over here, y'all?
This day, if you Google my name, Sioux Falls, you're gonna see murder. It's called defamation of character for real. I missed the birth of my niece.
Something you didn't do.
Something I didn't even do. Yeah. I feel like I got a little story to tell too. My name's Salim Muhammad, man, and I ain't not a murderer.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm glad at least you're out now, and hopefully you get justice.
Justice been served, but to who?
We left Salim and turned the corner where we saw the fire he referenced, and also tried to interview some locals. We're trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, we have a little fire.
Do you know what happened? Well, do you know what happened here? What surprised us was how many Somalis we met who moved to Minneapolis from other states. There's really been a second migration to Minneapolis for Somalis, first to America and then concentrating there. One of the Somalis who's done just that is Omar Fateh, who was born in DC.
Yo, Abdulkadir Yassin, Team Kega, we need volunteers.
Today, nearly 100,000 Somalis live in Minnesota, and the majority of them are in the Twin Cities.
And I want to speak directly to the Somali community.
100,000 in one city, 100,000, so much so to where the mayor has to come in and pander to these people. Oh man, this is insane, bro. This is crazy. The mayor got to come in and pander to a group of people in order to get elected. Jesus.
Minneapolis is your city.
We are in Cedar Riverside, which is the Somali capital, not just of Minneapolis, but of the U.S. And right behind us are some of their apartment buildings. This is the sort of center of where the Somalis live. Now, 50% of the people in this neighborhood speak Somali, and we're talking to some of the residents. We then met the facilities manager of these towers, who's managed them for nearly 50 years.
But I've worked in it for 46 years.
How has it changed?
Just different immigrants.
So a lot of Somalis live here?
Yes. In fact, I think it's one of the largest populations in the cities. Yes, I think they do kind of stick to themselves, but I have a bunch of them that work under me, and they're pretty social. Some of the first ones came here, and I know it's a money issue, but they're walking around in sandals in the winter, and you're just going, oh my God. But they came here. Once they got established here, then they follow each other. Right. So they want to be with people that speak the same language, and it has changed a lot. There's several bars that used to have live music, the last of which just closed a few weeks ago, and the Somali East African people have been buying those buildings up for daycare centers, mosques, and various things. So the neighborhood's changed a lot, but I consider it an evolution.
This Omar Fateh, who's running for mayor.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. But see, if I try to do it or you try to do it, then it's going to be met with opposition and you the ops. If white people do it, then they gentrifying. They can come in with nothing. Think about this for a second, bro. They can come in with absolutely zero, and they shutting down the neighborhood. They shutting down bars, and they are buying it and turning it into mosques, daycare centers, and restaurants, and whatever else they want to go. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I get so much pushback from people that look like me. It's insane.
Do you have an opinion on him?
Not a real positive one, but
You like Jacob Fry?
better than I like Omar.
Yeah. It was during this conversation that we actually saw Omar Fateh. Oh my goodness, I think that's Omar Fateh right there. We got to go try to interview him. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hello. We didn't want to shove the camera in his face, so we asked him for an interview, then later implored his campaign team to talk to us. Unfortunately, no luck. Everywhere we looked in this area, we saw Omar Fateh signs, and his popularity has enraged the right, including Trump's deputy chief of staff, Stephen Miller, and other conservative voices who consider him a travesty.
Well, the Democrat Party has become a party that aids and encourages violence.
Fateh has indeed made a number of controversial claims.
The greatest domestic threat facing the United States comes from, quote, specifically those who advocate for the superiority of the white race.
But he's not the only Somali politician who's done that. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who's elected to Congress alongside AOC in 2018, has invited much controversy herself.
Our country should be more fearful of white men because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Yeah, there is nothing more up than to completely pretend that his words have not been recorded. These people are full of
You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want it.
Now, while Somalis remain a minority in Minneapolis, Ilhan Omar and Fateh have both struck alliances with white progressives, making them a formidable force. But sometimes this alliance has proven unwieldy, like with gender ideology in schools. Somali parents demanded their kids be pulled out of gender classes. One mom told the school board, "We believe that we have a sacred obligation."
Yo, listen, let me tell you what's going to happen. It's going from they still don't have the total majority. Technically, they already have the total majority over there in Minneapolis. And the reason that they already have the overwhelming majority in Minneapolis is because they are engaged. In most cities, in urban cities, even though we may take up the majority of the population, we are not the targeted part of the population because we are not engaged. And that goes for black and white people, but black culture does not engage. I cannot tell you how many times that I've talked to black people and they will tell me that voting does not matter, that being engaged does not matter. They don't know who their city council person is. They don't know who their alderman is. They have no clue of what millages are about to be passed. And so it doesn't even matter because they're mobilizing and they're engaged. And when they get engaged and they work amongst each other, even if they disagree with each other, they still engage. And engagement doesn't necessarily mean that you have to agree with everything that somebody says. Engagement is that we see common or similar interests and we capitalize while going our own separate ways and we live in our separate lives. So let me give you an example. You may live your life a certain way, and you may be a Democrat, and I may live my life a certain way, and I may be a Republican. And because you don't fuck with me because you think that this is Bloods and Crips, you then cut your nose off to spite your face because you don't necessarily care for me, but I got motion, right? And I may see something in you, and I don't like you. And so I'm going to be like, fuck him because he don't like me either. And so now we going to be doing this the whole time. And it's limiting our reach when I should be saying, and you should be saying, all right, listen, I don't necessarily care about where he's standing on this, or I may not necessarily care about how he speak, but he got motion. And so maybe I'll be able to leverage some of his expertise to learn something, or maybe we can do business in this area. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to see eye to eye. Don't even mean that we got to go out and play basketball together. But what I can do is I can offer this in return, and then we can align because we're stronger together than we are apart. But instead of us doing that, what we keep doing is this. And what this does is it opens up the door for people like them to come into America with size 12 shoes, and then they take over every fucking thing. Because you think that we got to be best friends in order for us to get some shit done. But we don't got to be best friends, right? I don't have to sit here and be pissed off at you because you said something about my mama. You don't got to be pissed off at me because I said something, I might have met your girl in the streets, right? There are people here in the city, in Detroit. If you notice, I'm very careful about who it is that I criticize, even if I don't like them. You know why? Because I got to see them, and I don't know if I'm going to ever have to work with that person, or I don't know if it's ever going to be a collaboration opportunity. But I know some shit that they did, and we really don't, I don't fuck with them, but I don't say nothing negative about them because that's some stuff that could be fixed. That's some stuff that when I see you, we can have a conversation about that. But I'm not going to ruin your opportunity, or I'm not going to go off on you because I just don't fuck with you. So as aggravated and as angry as I may be at you, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. Why? Because we have a common goal and a common interest. So I have to be careful with how it is that I approach the situation, because I don't want to put myself in a position to where we doing like this instead of possibly doing like this in the future, even if I don't like you right now. Even if I don't like you right now. You see what I'm saying? So we got to play chess, not checkers. They fucking playing chess. They're playing chess. They're playing chess. And so while everybody else is playing games, they buying up the little thing over here, and they buying up the strip mall over there, and they taking over this over here, and they electing who they want to elect over there. And if you think that all of them rock with each other, then you're wrong, because they all got different ideologies and they don't necessarily rock with each other. But what they do know is that you in the fucking way. And so, okay, well, listen, since they in the way, we got to get this nigga up out of here. Let's see what we can do about that. Let's come together. What they do know is that you in the way, because you the ops. And they may not necessarily like each other, but they not ops. And so the friend of my, the friend, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And if you don't think that they want to take over not only Minneapolis, but they want to take over the United States of America, you a fool. You a fool. Jay Reed says it's all fraud, though, that Democrats allow to take place. Can't nobody allow anything. It's your inability to mobilize. Why would I go and move to a different city? Why would I go and move to Atlanta when I can help to try to control what's happening in Detroit? Anton, you control the real estate. You control the politicians. Hey, you control the commercial shit. You control this, you control that. All right, well, listen, we all got our different expertise. You also got more movement and more motion on a social media perspective. All right, well, we need to figure this out. We need to figure this out. But instead of us doing that, instead of people, and I'm not even talking about black people, I'm talking about Americans. Instead of us doing that, which is what they are doing, we sitting here and arguing back and forth on whoever got the bust down chains. Because we idolize rappers and fucking sports athletes. When the real movers and shakers is building it from the ground up. So what I decided to do is build my own community. I said, well, we just gonna do the bag chasers. And that's what we're going to do. We just going to build up the bag chasers. They got their own fucking politicians. We don't even have none. We don't have none. It's crazy, bro. Insane.
It wasn't just in Cedar Riverside that the Somalis live. We next visited the massive open-air Somali mall just a few miles away, where we had a little snag. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe. We capture the world without bias or fear, and these kind of videos bring that mission to life. The right want to make Somalis look bad, the left want to elevate them. We try to just hold a mirror. If you support that mission, hit subscribe. Now back to Minneapolis. All right, so we're pulling up on the Somali Mall in the area, the Carmel, Mall, which is the largest Somali mall. The Carmel Mall was massive. These shots simply don't do it justice, and this footage probably won't do the overwhelming sense of alienation we felt inside it justice either. All right, so we're gonna go inside the Carmel Mall, which is fashioned after an open-air Somali bazaar. There's a fashion store here, some jewelry, totally different style of mall here. You get the henna stand over here.
They bringing their stuff over here, and they changing the culture to actually reflect what they used to at home. They just taking our resources.
The scale of this mall is enormous. It makes sense that there are about 80,000 Somalis in Minnesota, the vast majority of whom are in this area. So right at the end of this mall, by the way, you have a mosque.
Within our community, we usually send money back home to the less fortunate.
So up there they have...
Did you hear what he said? Listen to what he said.
We usually send money back home to the less fortunate.
They sending money home, dog. They're sending money home. They not investing in the United States of America. They're not rotating the money here. They're not ensuring that the money is being, you know, circulated within the community. They're not doing nothing. You know where they sending their money? Western Union. They get some money from you, and then they diversify it back home. They get some money from you, and then they diversify it back home. But we so busy infighting. We so busy going back and forth. They sending all of their dollars back home. They building up home. Bro, I know people, I know Africans, for example, that don't truly give a fuck about America. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I know Africans that are here benefiting off of what happens here, that don't care that don't give two shits about what's happening in America. And you know what their goal is? I'm going to tell you what their goal is. Their goal is to build up home and then eventually return there with all of the money that they earned and that they're continuing to earn here in the United States of America. That's the play. They come here, benefit, make money, build up back home, build their homes back home because their dollars last longer, and their goal is to retire. And let me give you another play. Not only is their goal to retire back home, but their goal is to also take our hoes with them. They want them a fine ass American girl, and they trying to convince her, hey, come on over here to Ugandan and come over here and be over here in Ugandan and let's steal all of the American money and stay over here. That's what I'm telling you, that is a play, and that's not everybody. That's not everybody. They want all the girls from here in the United States of America, and they trying to convince them to go back to God. How was that foul, Slim? I'm telling you the honest to God truth. This is not me. The laughing because of the name I say is one thing, but it doesn't make it any less true. They are coming to come and get your girls and trying to send them to God. I'm telling you, they're trying to isolate the women here and ship them back over there. I'm not lying to you. It's a real thing. And let me tell you something else, Jay Ferguson. Africans lead with their money. They are cheap as fuck when it comes to tipping, and they lead with their money to try to get girls. They can't wait. Africans are the fastest ones to try to throw out, well, I'm an African. And what that's supposed to mean is, you know, I want to try to get as many wives as I can get. And look, I can also, and this is not me telling you anything that's crazy. This is the truth. And they try to lead with their money so that they can get the girls that they can get. Africans love to try to lead with their money And they also, with their open toe sandals, are trying to get a chick here and a chick there. Especially the older ones, especially the ones that are 50 and up. And they be having the Michael Jordan eyes, they be having the yellow eyes, having whatever what's giving them the yellow eyes, kidney disease, the jaundice, whatever you call it. I don't know what they got, but they eyes be fucking yellow and red. And they always with their open toe sandals trying to approach a girl that they ain't got no business talking to. Always trying to approach a girl that they ain't got no business talking to. Hey, you know, I'm African. What do you mean you African? You don't get your, you got liver, it's a liver problem. You don't get your liver eyes on up out of here, boy. Always talking about how much money they got and they driving a cab or driving a car. I'm telling you the truth. And they cheap. And let me tell you something else about a lot of these guys. Because it's a lot of different type of Africans, right? They're not, it's not just one type of guy. The thing about them is that they lie. Unkby, or they may change their name to American. A lot of them, they work hard, they cheat, they save their money, and they do be successful. But a lot of times the success is relative and they love to lie. They love to lie. They love to tell you that they can vote. They love to tell you that they're actually American citizens a lot of times. They love to tell you that they got a whole bunch of money. They be lying. They be lying. Oh my God. They got it. Bruh, Africans a lot of times, and I don't have nothing against them. I rock with everybody. If you are a good person, I rock with you, but you're going to get this smoke like everybody else. I talk about black people, Americans. I talk about white people. I talk about everybody. It's your turn, nigga. They lie. Do you know how you know if a lot of Africans are lying? A lot of them just be talking. They lie. They lie a lot. They do. And that's the honest to God truth. They will tell a girl anything. Oh, back home, I'm a millionaire. A rich back home, king. It's true. It's just true. And they love to send money home. They love to send money home. And they think that their daughters are too good to talk to you. Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. I don't know. I'm telling you what they believe. I'm telling you what they believe. They believe that their daughters are too good to talk to you.
So up there they have money place you can send back home. All right, so this is what he's talking about in the front, a place where you can easily send money back home or wherever. Roughly 40,000 Minnesotans were born.
And let me tell you something else. I'm going to say that one. I'm going to hold on to that one.
Somalia, so many are still in close touch with their families back home. The link between Somalia and Minnesota can't be overstated. The president of Somalia often visits, and some Somali politicians live in the Twin Cities, like the parliamentary we interviewed later. I would say in all the reporting we've done, this is one of the most difficult spots to get an interview. People are very guarded here. I don't know if it's because they assume there's a hit piece or they simply don't want to talk at all. People have been extremely guarded and in some cases a little hostile. We continue to walk around the Carmel Mall when, as if we weren't out of place enough already, a cop came to escort us to building management. Yeah, it's road condition. We do this all over the country. Yes, I told the camera. Oh, you saw the camera? Yeah.
So where's the YouTube?
Roca News. ROCA News. All right, so we were just pulled aside by security. Now we're okay, though, to film inside. So one interesting thing is when a store is unoccupied, people won't necessarily lock it. We've seen a lot of unattended to stores. So it's clearly like a high trust community here, and we're the only two white guys in all 4 floors of this. It's very unique. So here's an open eating area, Somali flag, and...
Look at their flags. Look at their flags. Look at their flags. Meanwhile, we got white liberals burning flags here in the United States of America. We gonna get to the white liberals. We're gonna get to white liberals because I'm gonna make y'all a special part of the. Today we gonna address cultural wars, right? We're gonna go Somalia or Minnesota, Minneapolis. Then we're gonna go Canada, and then I'm gonna bring it right on back home to the United States of the Americas.
Palestine flag. So they got a couple new style of pizzas I've never seen. The Oddcock pizza. I don't know how to say the Halib Jakal, ala Makan, different kinds of pizza. So behind us on the rooftop of the cafeteria, you can see the Somali flag. Some people, at least on social media, talked about how it's very similar to the new Minnesota flag. And so they wondered if there might have been some overlap there. Others say that's ridiculous, but that was a topic of conversation.
A couple recent polls, somewhere around half of Minnesotans said they wanted to keep the old flag.
We then interviewed a woman entrepreneur from Somalia who had some fascinating insights.
I moved from Sweden 5 years ago. What brought me? I came here because there was already Somali community established. So I said, okay, let me go there so that I can start my business. Somali community are like huge supporters for each other.
The white Americans around, are they friendly? Are they not?
I know none of them. When I was coming to America for the first time, I was carrying a Swedish passport and I was black and hijabi, you know? And the officers in the immigration, they were like, they probably were expecting a Viking. That's what America stands for. Like everybody's segregated in their own community. White people are with white people. Somali people are with Somali people. That's what America is. You come here, you start your own community and you stay with your community. So people normally in America like are not very fond of strangers. I think they just don't want to speak with somebody that don't share maybe the same beliefs. It's helping each and every Somali person. We have over 600 businesses, and
they got over 600 businesses.
95% of those businesses are women businesses. But what I can tell you, Somali women are those who build the entire Somali.
Is there a conflict between Ilhan Omar's progressive views and conservative Muslim teaching?
When it comes to us, basically my view, no. But then I don't know how somebody else can view her. I just applaud her. We love her. Like as Black, African, Somali, Muslim, like women.
They don't even give a fuck about what her views are. They just love her and support her. Y'all say cap. What cap on her saying that 95% of the businesses are built by the women? Well, okay, so I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna bring you full circle, and then we're gonna go to Canada after this. The reason why 95% of Somali businesses are built by women is because the men tend to be the ones that are working. The women tend to be the ones that start the businesses. It's actually the way that it's supposed to go. All right. So let me give you the blueprint of how it's supposed to happen and why they're able to do it. Men usually go get the jobs. They get the jobs, they get the insurance, and they bring the resources. The women are supposed to leverage their time that they're not with their children to leverage those resources and then do the other things that keep their time occupied, like start their own businesses and build a business. So for example, let's say, for example, I get with a chick and she comes into my sphere. And then I say, hey, listen, I need you to get on my program and doing this and so on and so forth. What she should do, and this is not what our women do. Shout out to our women. They just want to go out there and get some goddamn eyelashes and just chill. What they should do is be figuring out how to move the money around and make the money work. Hey, how can I add value? How can I do this? How can I do that? Y'all niggas call that shit pimping. That shit is supposed to be group economics. They supposed to be moving the money around. When I then say, hey man, I only want women around me that add value, because if I can't leverage you and utilize you, if the only thing you got to offer me is some box, then I can't do nothing with you. Y'all niggas act like that's crazy. A lot of guys in different countries have multiple wives, not just for ego or sexual purposes. because most of the guys that can afford multiple wives that are in countries or that are in places that champion a form of capitalism are having those women around them because they add value. They can leverage them. They can use them. They can put them in other positions to then bring in more resources, or they can fill a void or fill a need that's there. They are not getting multiple wives all the time just because they want to have multiple wives. They get a lot of multiple wives because they're leveraging them to continue to be inside of their square while at the same time putting them in a position to be able to bring in more of whatever it is that they need them to do. They use them as a resource. They're not just sitting around, they're also adding value. Because why have her out there by herself when she can be under somebody that can give her some direction? But we so dumb because the only thing that we think of is pussy because we Neanderthals. We Neanderthals. The only thing we think of is getting our nut off. All we think of is getting our nut off. Hey, we need to bring her here so we can see what's happening. Hey, hold on, wait. You know they do it. You know what they got this skill? You know they do this, whatever, so on and so forth. All we think about is pussy. Pussy. Puss. Pussy is cool. It's good. It's good. Good box. But that should not be the primary purpose. That's so why she there. That's a plus. That's not something that we should be desperate for. It's not something that you should be desperate for. Like, it's cool, but it's not something that, like, okay, nigga, how much box can you get in one day? What else are we gonna do? Are we gonna do anything else? We're just gonna be broke and have sex. Why do broke people have the most sex? Broke people have the most sex all the time. No, nothing. Just humping. Just humping. No purpose, no grind, extra super sexual, deviant sexual, fucking all kind of dumb stuff. Just be sexing and sexing and sexing. That's because you ain't got no goddamn purpose. No purpose whatsoever. Trying to build an empire here. Ain't be trying to sit here and talking to you all day. My God. Insane. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Shout out to you, TS Car Wash. I answered that question. AD, when was the last time you had hair? I was around Yao and Shaq before literally standing next to them. I got hair right here. You don't see it? You don't see it? No A square slander, Tom Dog. What is Ace? Oh, A square, Ann Arbor. Shout out to A square. Y'all some tough cookies up there. Cat Key says, yo, what up, bro? Good to see you live. I saw your video tour, your new properties. Very dope. Y'all getting the finished version. Y'all wasn't getting all the inside information, the purchase information, the documentation that we share inside of the Patreon. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Chase Faster says, I wonder if LGBT figured out now that they're political prostitutes for the elites, used to bring in the migrants and now thrown aside like trash. Stanley Butler says around 15% of Somalia GDP come from personal transfers from people here in the U.S., and I believe that. Mr. Joe says, I think the next governor of Minnesota is going to be Somali. I wouldn't doubt it. Tev Marley says, I had a woman who left me for an Ivory Coast dude. She came back crying, talking about he a liar. Thanks for the base content, says Liberal Chad. Shout out to Liberal Chad. Ryan Lorden says, at what point can you justify moving out of your parents? Is it just having enough assets to cover the rent or owning the house outright? Well, it depends. If you're a guy or a girl, that's number one. But let's take that out of the equation. I think that you should just stick around as long as you possibly can. What's the point of moving out? Unless you got some other objective that you're trying to cover. What's the point of moving out? Unless you are doing something, buying it outright, why are you not stacking it until you can get it outright? Why are you not stacking it until you can get it outright? Listen, one of the things that I thought about and that I'm still thinking about is when I build my compound, I'm actually building it so that I can keep all of the people that's close to me, the closest to me. So then I can build, a guest house over here and this over there and this over there. I think that a lot of us is too caught up with ego. That's why we can't practice group economics. Get it until you can actually have something to run on your own. What are y'all so in a rush for to pay rent to somebody else? What are y'all so in a rush for to go and pay rent to somebody else? I don't understand. What are you trying to do? Unless you're getting married and you're moving out. You getting married? You about to get married? You need more room? Unless you need more room, I don't understand what the purpose is. Why would you go and put your money in the streets when you can put it into yourself? Privacy to do what? So you can be loud when you're having sex? What do you need privacy to do? I'm trying to understand. What do you need privacy to do? I know it's about sex, Carlisle. But see, they don't want to say that out loud. They want to pretend like it's about something else. Privacy. No, focusness. No, nigga, you want some box and you want to be able to jack off in peace and you want to masturbate and you don't want your mama to know that you're still jacking off in your room. Because when she wash your socks, they be stiff as this. Your socks look just like it's stiff like this. That's what you want. Nigga, focus on your money, bro. Get your money. Get your money. Stop trying to focus on niggas. Y'all just want some sex. That's why most people want to live on campus when they go to college. They go to college not so they can actually get a degree. They go into college so that they can try to get away from their parents so they can get fucked. That's what people are trying to do. That's all a young person is trying to go off the campus for, is because they're trying to figure out how they can get some sex. That's why they're going. That's why y'all got to be careful when y'all letting y'all kids go off on the campus and all of this stuff. They just trying to have some sex, man, and become liberal. They're not trying to do nothing unique. That's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to do nothing major. Just trying to get some sex, bro. AD need to be stopped. Why? Because I'm telling the truth? Nigga, y'all forgot what y'all was trying to do when y'all was younger? Y'all forgot what y'all was trying to do when y'all was younger? That's what you was trying to do. I agree with you, but I know you always say you should really ideally invest 100% of your income. Well, how you gonna do that if all of your income is going to stuff that you can control? Cypher says 80 need to be stopped. Why? Because I'm the honest person that's gonna tell you the truth. That's why they're leaving. That's why they're trying to go off to college. It's gonna cost them everything. Think about it like this: that little pussy, that little box that you about to try to hit, it's gonna cost you $175,000 after you get done paying your interest on your student loans. You paid $175,000 for a little bitch that's gonna give you herpes, nigga, and she fucked everybody else too. Was it worth 175, bro? You paid 175 to live in a cheap ass dorm that ain't got no insulation on the walls. It ain't got no kind of privacy, and it's got these fucking cinder block walls. And you dusty, nigga. You paid $178,000 in interest and student loans so you can get some box that you could have got for free, nigga. That's why I didn't want to do that shit. I would just go up to Michigan State, fuck with them little girls that was in there, doing their own thing, and I go home. Go home, nigga. I ain't about to be sitting there paying for y'all. Nigga, you did that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You pay for that little hoe. I'm not paying for her. For what, nigga? I'm broke. I'm investing in myself. I'm not paying for that. So you get your money up, and then you can control whatever it is that you want to control. Then you can control these hoes. And you ain't tripping off of them. Then you can set her off in a little house onto the side. Come in whenever you want to, leave whenever you want to. And then the rest of the time she working, trying to figure out how to make you some more money. That's the play. That's the play. You get your money up, and then you can have a little thing over here. Let her stay in her own little place. Give her a peace of mind and security. Go over there, hang out. Let her go make you some money, bro. Stop tricking. Stop tripping. Y'all niggas need to stop. Oh my God. All right, y'all. Let me move on before I start getting into something that I ain't supposed to be into. Path to plural wives that always begin with a compound. Nah, you don't want that. You want them to have their own little spot. You want them to have their own spot. Just keep them close. Stop trying to keep them all in the same area. Keep them close. Sometimes you need your own space. You change your tune a lot, Anton. Last year you were telling guys to get out from under their parents' property. Are you well, or do you understand context? Jesus, Lord have mercy. Let me be quiet, bro. It's almost like y'all truly don't understand. It's like you take one situation and you apply it to everything. If you're trying to build something, all right, so let me give you an example, okay? My brothers moved back in with my parents so that they can save and buy a house cash. They worked together because maybe I can't explain it right. I don't even know if she's available. I think she might have been at a funeral today too. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think she had a funeral today, so she might not be able to answer. But my brothers basically they moved back home and they stayed there for some years, and then they wound up buying their first home cash together. They wound up buying their first home cash together, but they just stayed and we practiced group economics. Listen, do y'all want to listen to me, or you want to listen to an avatar of a motherfucker that looked like a cartoon inside of the chat? You want to listen to me, or you want to listen to a nigga that looked like an avatar inside of the chat? Niggas with cartoon characters as their profile picture. Listen to the nigga with the profile, with the avatar, with a cartoon character as his profile picture. Go ahead, y'all got it. Listen to them niggas. Listen to them niggas. Niggas be having One Punch Man as their profile picture. Niggas be having One Punch Man as their nigga really put his profile picture in an AI generator and said, turn me into a cartoon so I can use it as my profile picture. Yeah, listen to them niggas. Can't argue with these niggas, man. Let's go over to Canada, man. We're going to go over to Canada. We're going to talk a lot of Canada, what's going on out here. And I'm going to go over several different videos over here in Canada. All right? Make sure that y'all hit a like.
The numbers are
subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Let's get into Canada, bro.
remarkable. The Ontario Public.
I'm going to play several different videos of what's been happening over the last few days. All right? Rock with me for here. We're going to do it a little bit differently.
The numbers are remarkable. The Ontario Public Service Employees Union says by the end of 2025, more than 10,000 jobs at Ontario colleges will have been cut amid some 600 program cancellations and suspensions over the past year.
We're seeing one of the largest mass layoffs in Ontario's history.
The data was revealed in an arbitrated faculty contract award released last week. OPSU, representing some 55,000 college faculty and support staff, says colleges have been operating like a house of cards.
Building an entire business model on a variable that can change at any moment, like international student enrollment, is risky business.
International student enrollment has plummeted since the federal government introduced a cap in 2024. Coupled with the provincial tuition freeze and the lowest per-student provincial funding in Canada, OPSU says Ontario colleges are facing mounting financial strain. Dozens rallied Wednesday amid the backdrop of a closing campus. Centennial's Story Arts Centre is closing, and programs offered there will be moving to the college's Scarborough site next year, impacting students like Logan Rotier.
There's a beautiful studio there, music studio. I'm a music student. Unfortunately, this studio will have to move somewhere. The journalism students, their program will not be there.
Among the demands, protesters are calling on the Ford government to increase provincial per-student funding to the national average and invest more money in faculty and support staff instead of administrative bloat, saying jobs and education are the foundation of our community.
Without education, we don't have informed workers. Without education, we don't have professional jobs. And there's such a trickle-down effect from that it's almost criminal.
In response, Ontario's minister.
So that's the first video. Okay. Now I'm going to go through a series of videos so y'all can understand exactly what's going on over in Canada. Okay.
We've been seeing over the last few months a number of technology companies starting to announce layoffs, particularly companies in the US. And we've also been seeing a number of retailers starting to lay off employees as well and announcing that their businesses were slowing down, most notably Walmart putting out a profit warning this morning. And when we consider that Shopify is a technology company that's primarily servicing retail businesses, then on both sides, really, you can see that their sector has been slowing down quite a bit, and it's not a surprise that at some point it's caught up to them. When it was interesting in the letter that was published, they showed a chart where sales had really moved up ahead of the longer-term growth trend, and now they're kind of coming back to it. So, which in itself is intriguing. This suggests that the longer-term potential remains there for growth, but what we're running into now is more of a cyclical factor. Whether it's high inflation, it's a slow economy. Certainly, the high inflation and rising costs is impacting retailers.
Remember when Canada first started bucking back at Trump before they actually had Carney become their president / prime minister over there in Canada, and they said that they was going to get at the United States of America? Remember when that was a thing?
More reaction to this news today and the decision by Stellantis and what it means for workers. So joining us now is the Mayor of Brampton, Ontario, Patrick Brown. Mayor Brown, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
So you've said that you were deeply disappointed by this news. That is something that has been shared by many other Canadians who are speaking out about this. What kind of impact will it have on the community of Brampton, both economically and, of course, emotionally, too?
This is a punch to the gut. There's no other way to describe it. We have 3,000 hardworking Stellantis employees who have dedicated their lives to Stellantis, highly trained, and this stings. So this is the consequence of these Trump tariffs, this attack on the Canadian economy. And it's not just the Stellantis employees. There's going to be many associated auto parts jobs that are affected by this. Trump has been very clear. He's going after our auto sector, steel, aluminum workers as well. And I think automakers are watching Brampton right now and see if Canada will take this lying down, if we'll simply accept our auto sector to be decimated without.
So this is Stellantis, basically Jeep, Chrysler, Ram. They are not building a new Jeep model in Ontario. Instead, they're shutting down a plant and they actually moving that production over here to the United States of America.
Any retaliation. So far we've been very collaborative with Trump trying to get a deal done, while quietly he's been hunting Canadian jobs. And we're feeling this in Brampton. This is ground zero for his attack on the Canadian economy right now.
You touched on some.
So we see that happening in Stellantis. We see it happening in the technology sector. We also see it happening academically in the academic sector over in Canada. Now, remember, all of this is happening at the same time right now. All of this is happening at the same time.
Their shift at the PACCAR assembly plant, workers said it was a difficult day on the job.
Oh, it's very heavy. I mean, yeah.
The union says the 300 workers who were laid off here are the latest victims of the tariff war raging between Canada and the United States. PACCAR assembles Peterbilt and Kenworth trucks. And news of this latest wave of layoffs here comes days after the U.S. signed off on a 25% tariff on medium and heavy-duty trucks made outside the country. PACCAR's headquarters are in Seattle, and the company has declined to comment.
Fabricant de camions au Canada.
Union Representative Jonathan Blais says more than 90% of trucks that roll off the assembly line here are destined for the American market. Now this plant will refocus on assembling trucks.
Now, why would we be assembling trucks in Canada for an American company and then shipping it back to sell here in the United States of America instead of having that production for ourselves? Why would we not? Because see, it's one thing to build cars to sell to Canadians. It's another thing to build cars in Canada, high fucking cost Canada, and then ship them back to the United States of America to sell 90+% of your vehicles here to American consumers. Why would we would have ever did that in the first place? Why was the Biden economy, why was the people that was there before Trump allowing for this type of foolishness to happen?
For Canada.
A year ago, we were getting, I believe, 92 trucks out every day, and that number is going to be down to 18.
And that has sparked concern about the very survival of the plant that has been part of the landscape here in Sainte-Thérèse for 6 decades. But the union is urging all levels of government across the country to act, to buy Canadian now, to order the made-in-Quebec medium and heavy-duty trucks.
We see there's a will from the company to keep this plant in Quebec and to actually continue producing in Quebec, but I mean, the demand needs to increase. We need to have an internal market.
For this suburb northwest of Montreal, this is a heavy blow. PACCAR is the city's
News to bring you this hour concerning Canada's auto sector. General Motors is dropping electric van production at its plant near London, Ontario. The automaker says decreased demand has pushed it to stop making the Bright Drop electric delivery van. The announcement makes uncertainty in the auto industry more pronounced, putting the plant's future and 1,200 jobs at risk.
What I was saying was, now you also have every sector, including suppliers, that are dropping because we no longer need them over in Canada. And now what they're trying to say is, hey guys, we need to create a market for ourselves and force consumers to buy Canadian products so that we can then still have jobs, because all they've been doing is selling to the United States of America. What people across the board, Canadians and everybody else, what they've been basically doing since the beginning of time is they have been selling to United States of America, trying to make it seem like we needed them when we are the consumers. We're the consumers. We are the ones that create the jobs for them, not the other way around. So why would we not be making, buying, and selling right here inside of the United States of America, considering that it's also an American company?
The CBC's Hillary Johnstone is here with more details on this. Okay, what more do we know about this decision, Hillary?
Well, certainly we know that this is more uncertainty and more anxiety for workers within Canada's automotive industry. We know that this particular plant, which is the CAMI plant in Ingersoll, Ontario, which is right outside of London, Ontario, that it has been paused. Production has been paused there since May. At the time, General Motors had cited uncertainty for the future of that EV market, in particular for delivery vehicles. A few things that they are citing today. They do say that part of this is that uncertainty about the future of electric vehicles, particularly for delivery vehicles like the one that was going to be made here, that was supposed to be sort of the cornerstone of Ontario's electric vehicle industry. They also say that U.S. tax credits for EVs, for these delivery vehicles in particular, that has stopped, and that all of this together means that they are not going to be making this particular model, this bright drop electric delivery van, at that facility that you're looking at right now in Ingersoll anymore. They are not shifting production anywhere else like we saw with that Stellantis announcement last week. Instead, this is simply the end of the line for this particular model. But it does create a lot of uncertainty for those 1,200 jobs. What is going to happen next? Certainly, GM has indicated that it might have future plans for this facility, but they have not spelled out what those.
The plant is going to shut down. The plant is going to shut down. Say what you want about Trump. Say what you want about, whatever it is that's going on. The plant is going to shut down, and all of that manufacturing is moving right here inside of the United States of America. All of that is coming right back to the United States of America. It's going away. And if you want this, then you're going to have to create your own economy. You're going to have to start your own companies. And you're going to have to get yourself together. It just is what it is. Let me tell you how bad the market is over in Canada. I'm about to share something with you guys really quickly. Hold on, let me show you.
.1%, a record high since 2016 outside of the pandemic. The opening of a new food basics showed just how high the demand really is. One woman in line has been looking for work for 5 months.
I went from an ED, now I can't even get a job as a dog walker. So you just keep trying anything. So hence why I'm here. I'm willing to go from being a boss to shelving vegetables, if that's because you got to pay the bills. But it's really hard to find a job in Ottawa right now.
And do you have people depending on you?
I have twins, 7-year-olds.
How long have you been looking for a job?
Say over 6 months. Yeah, so it's been quite very difficult getting a job, especially when you don't have the Canadian work experience.
Do you feel like the jobs that you're looking for, do you feel like you're overqualified for some of them?
Yeah, for some of them, I know I am, but you have to start somewhere. Like moving to a new country is all starting all over again. So sometimes I feel a bit down, but I know I was actually prepared for this. So.
In a statement to CBC,
people are lined up for jobs in Canada. People are lined up at the grocery store to try and find a job in Canada. That's what the Biden economy and what Kamala Harris was basically driving us to. Right now, we got a little bit of a lull because we're standing up new jobs and we are starting new manufacturing and building new plants and building new economies and all of that stuff. So it's going to take a second. But this is basically what they were driving us to, the Democrats, because they were subsidizing and basically standing up fake jobs with the government, pretending like they was creating an economy when in reality they was outsourcing our jobs to everybody else. So now we are requiring, if a company want to do business here in the United States of America, either you're going to have to pay crazy tariffs or you're going to have to build, work, and play right here inside of the United States of America. And we going to have to get these illegal migrants out of here that ain't supposed to be here because they're not going to be the ones that's going to get the jobs. But there's people that are lined up out the door to get a grocery store job that are saying that they are overqualified, but they have no prospects whatsoever. And then you actually have people that were saying dumb shit like, yo, we gonna move to Canada if Trump win the president of the United States of America. Go on in, Cletus. Go ahead, Cletus. Ship them off. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna really happen, but let me get to the rest of this.
Food Basics said its Barhaven store opening Thursday, October 30th will have a team of 125. McLaughlin told CBC later on that she won't be on the team because Food Basics rejected her application. But experts say there's no need to panic just yet.
We usually expect that people who lose a job or who switch job takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months to find their next opportunity. Anything longer than that, and especially those who have been unemployed for more than a year, we should be concerned about.
Let me tell you something, Four Eyes. Let me tell you something. My quant, we ain't trying to hear none of that shit, bro. You don't understand what's really happening out here. I'm not going to let no nigga with a flannel shirt tell me what the fuck the job market is doing. I'm not going to let no quant tell me what the job market is doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out here in these streets and I'm going to make it shake for a real one. I'm not going to let no man talking like that said me. Let me tell you something, Four Eyes. Four Eyes for the queer guy. I'm not letting no quant tell me what is happening out here in these streets. I know it's bad out here. I know it's bad out here. Let me tell you, they're going to bust it down for a real one. The price of the brick is going up. Wintertime is coming. Government is shut down. Canada losing jobs. We're going to have more stay-at-home moms than ever before. We're going to have more stay-at-home mothers than ever before. I'm telling you. All of this independence, all of this other shit that y'all thought that y'all was going on. You said, Anton, you got on glasses too, though. Yeah, I know, but mine's is sweet. His is big. See, if you got the big circle glasses, like a single woman, like a liberal woman, is much different than having the fly ones. See, I will be wearing these even if I didn't have prescription. My shit is transitional. It's like sunglasses, but I can wear them in the daytime, and these are that deal. You know what I'm saying? These are the newest version of what Biggie used to wear, so it's a little different for me. But when you got the big joints and they just all black frames like a single baby mama, that's when we start calling them Four Eyes for the queer guy. Don't let this nigga tell you what to do, or you gonna listen to me? Listen.
From 3 to 6 months.
His name is Viet View. His name is V. I'm not gonna let nobody called Viet View sit here and tell me what the job market is. Who? View? I don't, bruh. I don't even like people with the same consonant on both on the beginning and the last name. Nigga, you got to get more than 2 letters in your last name for me to listen to you. I'm just telling you the honest to God truth. I don't like people that whose names A start with the same consonant and your last name only got 2 letters in it. I don't trust people like that. I don't trust people like that. If your last name got 2 letters in it, 1 consonant, 1 vowel, and then you got almost the last letter in the alphabet is both of your first letter and both of your first and last name, I'm not listening to you. Viet View. Is that your gamer tag, nigga? That's your gamer tag? All right, now let's get back to it. People grocery store lined up, they trying to get a job. Let's get it.
People who lose a job or who switch job takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months to find their next opportunity. Anything longer than that, and especially those who have been unemployed for more than a year, we should be concerned about.
But unemployment is affecting young people more. According to Statistics Canada, student unemployment was at 17.9% in August.
Just trying to look for a job, bro, you know? It's been hard and stuff, you know what I mean? Canada it's not helping no one, bro. Like, you see the whole line right now? It's a whole big line, bro, and I can't even find a job right now, you know?
So a lot of companies are not firing people and
Look at this sassy ass.
not laying their workforce out. What is happening, though, is because of the trade uncertainty, because of the slackening of the labor market, a lot of companies are hesitant to invest in expansion, in creating new positions.
Vu says that can hurt Canadians the most. With September's labor statistics coming out in days, experts say to expect more of the same. At least
Canada is fucked, y'all. Canada is fucked up. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it a buck with you. Canada is hurting. If you can move to Ottawa, you can move to Windsor if you want to. Most of the people that work over there in Windsor, they coming over here inside of the United States of America to come to work right over here in Detroit. Every day there are people. I'm looking at the Canadian flag right there. Can y'all see it? Of course you can't see it. Let me show you. Let me see if I can show you the Canadian flag. See the Canadian flag over there? You can't see it? It's right there. It's right there. That's the Canadian flag right there. I'm looking at y'all over there. I see y'all coming over here on a regular basis. I'm looking at the Canadian flag right there. I see them come over here every weekday. Every morning they come over here for work. Every weekday they come over here for work. And they come over here. You know what I'm saying? They drive right under the tunnel and they come over here for work. See it with your bad eyesight? Shout out to Canada. It's going to be hard in these streets, but you can get them cheap now. Fellas, you ain't even got to go far for your passport. You can get them cheap. You can just drive right over the Ambassador Bridge. Gordie Howe Bridge is opening up. You can head over there. Rylan Lorden says, I got over 100,000 invested in Tesla and AMD at 22 from taking your advice. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, my friend, and congratulations. Deacon Weezo says, should we date chicks that can't get food stamps? Should you date women that can't get food stamps? Yeah, why would you need her on food stamps in order for you to date them? Well, why would you need her on food stamps in order to date her? Jay Reed says, you thought you was gonna skip the line? That's not what we doing. I gotta take care of the people that support the platform the most. Deacon Weezo says, should we? Oh yeah, that's what he said. All right, I got you. Trey Rowe, what up? Trey says, check out TK's garage. He have sources on the inside of Stellantis. Let me tell you something, Trey Rowe. You may not know this. I watch TK's garage. I watch Butter the Insider. I watch OC Motivator. I watch all of that stuff. See, y'all think that I'll be sitting here looking at gossip pages talking about Cardi B and shit like that and looking at all of that stuff. I don't. I look at people like TK's Garage, the white boy. I know who he is, the white boy. I watch OC Motivator, Butter the Insider. He was trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. Help a Butter out. Shout out to Butter the Insider. Help a Butter out. Y'all don't know what I be watching. I watch other stuff. I watch stuff that that y'all don't know. I don't watch the shit. I don't be following the dumb shit that y'all got going on. Only reason I be knowing half of the stuff that's happening is because I gotta stay connected, and so I do my job. I gotta stay connected, and I gotta watch the stuff that y'all send me inside of my email. But I watch I watch other content creators all the time that are in completely different sectors that don't have nothing to do with the stuff that we be talking about and stuff all the time. That's the stuff that I like to enjoy. That's the stuff that I like to enjoy. So shout out to them. Tell them I said what up. Tell them I said what up. They killing it too. They killing it too. They give me all of my news of what I'm paying attention to with Dodge and everything, right? They watch, they send me, I see all of their stuff. So I actually watch that. I know that wasn't you, Jay Reed 24. I know you got a profile photo. So yeah, I'm aware of what's happening in these streets, man. Deacon Weezo says, y'all think y'all be putting me up on stuff. I'll be already knowing. I don't need no man treatment. How they did us. Shout out to Deacon. Eddie says you should always have a side business and hustle, even if you are a W-2 employee. If you're a man, you should. Various benefits if reporting. Just don't report NOL for 3+ years. Straight. Let me see what's happening with OC Motivator. Okay, they still dropping. They still getting to it. Rage King Leo says, just wanted to say hi, AD. What up, Rage King Leo? I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to share a video. Is this her? This is her. I want to share a video real quickly with you guys. And this is how I want to end the show. So somebody teach you about the bag chasers. You got to join it. They can't teach you. You got to join it. We a movement. We are a movement. You got to join it yourself. I want to share with y'all one more video. Check out what this woman has to say. I actually got a reaction video coming out of her later on today.
Until I came to Colorado, because let me tell you how much I absolutely despise speaking with anybody who is a white savior liberal. The amount of racism I have for people of my own kind drives me up a motherfucking wall and is a little bit mind-blowing, to be quite fucking frank. White liberals are the worst people in all of society. Right. They have this complex of superiority about them where they think that they are better than other people, but at the same time they think that they're lesser than other people, so they always play the victim while also saying that they're better than other people by trying to put other people on a pedestal, by trying to also tell other people that, hey, I know that I'm better than you, so I'm going to help you rise up in the ranks. And then when other people call them out for that shit, they're like, no, it's not that I think that I'm better than you, I just know that I'm better than you, so that's why I need to save you, right? When you have a conversation with somebody who's a white savior liberal, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You get the fat white women who have the shaved slick backs with the purple hair, the septum piercing, the pedophile glasses, the gut hanging out with the crop top, and you're like, why would you ever wear that out in public? And they're like, because my body, my choice. Ooh, fat reliance, fat superiority. Oh, they them energy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then you get them in a conversation with somebody who happens to be like a black conservative or a person of color who's a conservative, and they're like, I need to save you because you are a lesser person than I am. Then you're like, hey, that's a really wild thing to say, because just because you're white doesn't mean that you're better than I am. And they're like, well, it's not that I'm better than you, I just know that you have years upon years upon years of oppression. They're like, hey, I'm not oppressed, I'm actually earning more money than you, I'm more successful than you, I've taken life by the horns and I've ridden it well, and I've learned my life lessons and I've gotten to where I wanted to go, and here I am as a person of color or somebody who you're saying that I need to be lesser than you, that you need to save me, and here I am doing better at life than you are, and you still think that you're in a better position than I am in life, that you need to save me and walk me through this. Tell me how this makes sense. Tell me how this makes sense. Because it drives me fucking crazy, man. Because let me just tell you, all right, now that I'm here in Colorado, we are here for a short period of time, thank God, I'm seeing everything from Colorado on my For You page, and a lot of these conversations that I'm seeing be had between white savior liberals and people who are not white and are not liberals Yeah, that's typically how the conversation goes. And I'm just so fucking sick of it. Plus, I'm just sick of not seeing aesthetically pleasing individuals. Get rid of the pedophile glasses. Come on, George Harvey, let's not do that. And the fucking shaved sides with your fucking weird, I can't do it. Septum piercing, I just want to pull it out of your face. I don't know. Call me hateful. I am. I hate every single white savior liberal. I fucking hate you guys. Call me a racist against white liberals because I am. Am I racist against any other race? No. White liberals,
I absolutely despise white liberals, savior liberals myself. I think that they are a scourge, worse than black fatigue, worse than people that are destroying the communities, worse than chicks that continue to have children with dudes that don't take care of their kids and don't give a fuck about them, is the white liberal savior woman. It's my daughter. What's up, baby? I'm on the live stream.
Oh, Dad. Okay, well, don't put me on speaker, okay?
Are you about to say something crazy?
Just don't put me on speaker. It's about our bank.
So you entered the wrong PIN for your card. You don't know your PIN number, Leslie?
No, I do. I do, but it's okay. Never mind. I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just have to call Mom
What do you mean you're just gonna have to call Mom?
and have her send the money to her. I guess,
Oh my! So you finessing me out of some more money, Leslie?
bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. You're not helping me. What the heck, bro?
You need to figure out your code. Your code you should not be losing your code.
I literally know the code. Like, it's not even a joke because I know my code.
Oh my God. Dad, bro, I don't know my code. I forgot my code to get some money out of the bank. They only call you to call them out of school and to get some more money. That's all they call you for. That's all they care for. Dog, do you know how much my flight costs? It's out of control, man. It's out of control. I don't feel like talking about white liberals anymore. Y'all can watch the review video. Man, my flight is out of control. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. I might as well just start flying private. Honestly, I think I'm right there. I think I'm at private level. Nah, bro. Listen, man, it's more than that. It's more than that because I got to fly separately from Rita and Leslie because my schedule, I got to go and fly somewhere else and do some business or whatever. It's more than that, bro. You're wrong. It's more than that. Seriously, it's more than that. Like if I'm paying this amount, that's a problem. That is absolutely a problem, bro. And then Rita was like, yeah, I don't know why it's so much, but I'm like, what do you mean you don't know why it's so much? What are you doing? Yeah, for two people, it was more than 16. For two people. So for Rita and Leslie alone, it was out of control. Out of control. Out of control.
Hello.
Hey, I'm on a live stream. Did you get a receipt for the upgrade for those plane tickets?
I think it came to my email.
Okay, can you forward them to me? Because I need to make sure that they get documented.
I'm driving right. You need me to do
I don't
it right now?
need you to no, I don't need you to do it right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's in my email.
Okay. Bye. You said if it's more than 16K, you might as well charter. Oh man, it's out of control, bro. Out of control. Let me see something.
Hello.
Hey, do you know what the total cost of those 2 tickets were?
Which two? Me and Leslie's?
Yes.
I think it was 10 or 12,000 a piece, if I'm not mistaken.
So 25,000 total.
I believe so.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
For fucking plane tickets, bro. For plane tickets, bruh. I might as well fucking charter a plane. It's out of control, bro. It's seriously out of control. Yes, bro. Yes, man. The way that my checking account is set up, my checking and savings is set up. My nigga. Because I'm thinking like, oh, it's only gonna cost me this amount or whatever. She's like, oh yeah, I got those tickets. I said, how much were they? She said there was like 24,000 and something. I said, did you get mine too? No, it was just for me and Leslie. I know that you didn't give me the time that you were supposed to be flying. I said, oh my God. Oh yeah. Mine was actually a little cheaper. Just for me personally, I was actually able to get mine cheaper. Let me see if I can pull that up. Gmail. I gotta go to that one. Delta. Yep, that's it. Yep, mine was actually cheaper. I don't want to put my whatchamacallit on here. Look at all of these goddamn charges, bro. So that was what mine is. I was able to actually get mine cheaper. Look at these dumb charges. Base fare 68,000 or 6,800. Total was 9,000 for me. Theirs was 12,500 a piece because they flying at a different time, different date. Netherlands security service charge, Croatia security service charge, September 11th security charge, Netherlands security charge, United States transportation tax, United States animal plant health inspection service fee is $3. United States passenger facility charge, United States immigration naturalization fee, United States custom user fee, carrier imposed international surcharge, carrier imposed international surcharge, $2,000. I don't know what the fuck is happening, bro. I genuinely don't know what the fuck is happening out here, bro. I don't. And it's all because of where, this is what people won't tell you. It's because of where you sit in a plane. It's where you sit in a plane. It's literally where you sit in the plane. So that's what I'm saying, man. More money, more problems, bro. I don't even like animals. Absolutely. Yeah, I got to get this dollar out of my account in order for me to be able to get there. Hold on, let me see something. Do I got some? I got a dollar. Let me see if I got that dollar. Need that dollar, my nigga. See what's in my bank account. And I ain't got it, so you know me, I got to borrow it and shit. See what's going on, try to figure it out. Fuck. Nah, I'm not first class. I fly Delta One. So I fly Delta One. But it's costing me fucking $35,000 to fly Delta One to fly us all. See, that's the one thing about it, y'all. And let me say this too. See that shit? It's the one thing about it, bro. Is that this? A lot of y'all keep saying y'all wanna get this, you want a family and all of that shit. Don't get a family unless you can afford to allow for them to live the exact same lifestyle as you. Now, Rita don't care. Rita was like, yo, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? She said, I wanted to just fly regular first class or whatever. And I said, nah, I'm not about to be sitting up at the front without y'all. So I don't let my family fly I don't let them fly any outside of the way that they fly me. I don't let my family fly no way unless the way that they fly like me. If I fly this way, everybody got to come this way. Ain't nobody sitting nowhere unless I'm sitting with them. So however I go, we all gotta go, and that's the thing. When you get people, if you get a chick, and I'm not telling you that y'all got to spend a lot of money, but everything is gonna be times 3, everything is gonna be times 4, everything is whatever. So if I know I gotta take a 12-hour flight, and that ain't even about me, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be keeping it real with you. If I know my daughter, if I know I've got because my daughter, she get princess treatment all day long. That's my baby. That's my baby. She should be able to experience all that life has to offer. So it's like I don't want my daughter. She need to sleep on the way there. I want her refreshed. I want her to have a bed. And so in order for me to make sure that she got a bed, in order for me to make sure she get 3 meals, in order to make sure that she is taken care of, I got to make sure that she get her rest. I don't want her back hurting. I don't want her none of that shit. I want her to be taken care of. I want her to be pampered. And I want them to be taken care of all day long. So I'm not going to have them do anything except for have the best. Your daughter can sit window and coach. Your daughter can sit window and coach. My daughter not sitting window and coach. My daughter not riding like that. My daughter ride with me. Your daughter can ride window and coach. And then she gonna be asking the nigga to go, you know what I'm saying? Can she get a provider mail? I am the provider mail for my daughter. She got to be well rested, taken care of, and then she got to be able to get to where she got to get nice and rested. I don't want her to be anything less than that. All right. Fuck that, man. Let's start treating our people better than that. We got to start treating y'all always talking this king and queen shit. Then y'all want to treat them like a pauper. Y'all want to try to humble a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You always want to talk this king and queen shit, and then you want to humble somebody. No, man, listen. What's up, queen? You gonna take this back flight right by the fucking restroom in the back? No, nigga, if you gonna be king and queen, then be king and queen. If you gonna live it, then live it. Have an abundance mindset. It's not about how cheap I can get there. It's how can I make some more money to make sure that we get there the way that we want to get there. We want to be refreshed. We want to be chilling. We want top-notch service. We want all of that shit. So I want it all. Man, I'm only gonna listen. We gonna be here one time. One time. We got one life. We got one life. Nigga, this is our oyster. This is our oyster. So for me, I want to get to the space, and now you still gotta grind, you still gotta lower your lifestyle so that you can get to the point where you really can do what you want to do when you want to do it. But I'm gonna make the short-term sacrifice so we can live great forever. You got one fucking life on this earth. Live that shit. Make smart investments. Do the thing that you're supposed to do and live that shit. I don't give a fuck about no $35,000 flight. We spending that shit. We gonna blow that all day long. You don't even want to know what my credit card bill be like. Nigga, my credit card bills is out of control. My credit cards be out of control. Let me show you what my credit card bill be. My credit card bills be out of control, nigga. I'm gonna show you my credit card bill. Just for fun, it's a Saturday. I'm gonna show you one of them. I'll show you one of them. Because I got multiple, obviously. I'll show you the payment that I made, my last payment. That's my that's my credit card bill. That's one of my credit card bills, bro. That's 1 month of credit card bills. I ain't kidding. And then I got 3. I really be having 3 cars that I got to pay for. So I should be out of control, bro. Seriously. Again, man, that's why I don't give a fuck about what these I don't care about what these niggas be talking about as far as these and I pay my shit off every month. So I don't have no like interest. I've never gotten interest before in my entire life. You said, what's my limit? It's crazy, nigga. Y'all wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't believe what my limit is. My limits on my cars, I got 150,000 on one card. I don't even know if one of them got a limit. I got a 90,000 limit on another one. I got a $70,000 limit on another one. So, and then I got one that I don't think it got a limit on it. So I just run it up. And then you got to have a beast card. So I ain't telling you all of that. I ain't saying all of that. If you know what card, if I tell you that I have cards that don't have limits, then you should know what kind of card it is. You said, do you eat expensive? That ain't me. That's Leslie and Rita. I don't even be using that card like that, honestly. That card I just showed you, that's not the card that I use. That's Rita and Leslie. The credit card that I showed you is Rita and Leslie. That's Rita and Leslie. That's not me. That ain't even me. That's Rita and Leslie. That's all they fucking charges. That's not even me. Leslie, Dad, I just came back from the Dior store and I gotta do this and do that. This is what I wear. I wear fucking t-shirts. That's not me, bro. That's them. That's Leslie and fucking Rita. That's it. I spend all my money on building houses and buying crypto and fucking spending money on buying houses, buying crypto, and investing in stocks. I'm telling you, this is all them. This is shopping them. This is them. Dior, fucking Delta. This is all them. This is Leslie and Rita. Look, that's all them. That ain't me. When the last time you seen me? When the last time you seen me in goddamn Orlando? That's not me. That's them. That is all them. That is not me, bro. Fucking Dior. Shit. They shop. They shop. They shop. They don't fuck around, bro. They do not fuck around. They get it. You want to see? They stay in the gym. They stay shopping. Look at my gym bill. You want to see you see their gym bill? This is their gym bill, bro. That's the gym bill. But I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they're going to spend some money, then spend it at the gym. Cool. I ain't tripping about it. That's them, man. They fucking shop. They get to it. So I work for the family. I don't work for me. That's all them. So, but you only live once. You only live once. You can't take none of this shit with you. Just have it fun. So, how you know, Jay Reed? So this is the lesson in this, all right? This is the lesson in this. Is that this is the lesson in this. Fuck, I forgot what the point that I was about to make. Oh, I know what the lesson is that I was about to make. If you can find a nigga better than me, then go get him. You want to know what my people shut the fuck up and sit down? Because they know what's up. They don't want to piss me off. They not trying to make things difficult for me. They be like, don't get that. What are you doing? They'll argue with each other over pissing me off. Don't upset him. What are you doing? They not going up, man. Go get her. Take her. If you can get her. I dare you. Ain't nobody worried about that. I do what that's why I can do, because I'm the boss. I can afford to do what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it. I don't deal with the same shit that you deal with. My problems is different. We got different problems. They not bothering me. Ain't nobody bothering me. Ain't nobody bothering me. All right. Let me read some of these super chats. See what else is happening. Mr. Joe says, recently I had to buy another car because I got into an accident. Should I liquidate my stocks to pay it off or just aggressively pay it off? Aggressively pay it off. Don't liquidate. Just aggressively pay it off, bro. Amazing Grace Childs, and then people will sit there and tell you, oh man, he ain't got no money, nigga. I spend more in a month than you spend in 3 years. Shout out to Amazing Grace Childs. I appreciate you. JD Gunn in the building. I appreciate you. Todd says, just because, good brother, love the content and all that you do, stay focused, positive, and dropping them gems. Executive Suite Emily says, happy Saturday. What's today's mathematics, God? Back chasers in the building on a Saturday, getting to it. Cop a pair of shades. I don't blame you. Yeah, man, we got to figure this shit out, bro. JD Gunn says, Cass Tech, M-Band repped at Norfolk State Homecoming. Shout out to Cass Tech, my technicians in the building. Danique says, hey, Anton, glad to be a part of the Bag Chasers. I'm glad that you're here, Danique. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, I see you looking cute, too. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says, is it true that success brings money? Because somebody told they just want to be rich, all they think about is just money. Money brings money. So in a way, yeah, success can bring money. Success can bring money. So, I don't know. It's a mentality, honestly. It's not even just success, it's a mentality. Because I'll make money. You want to know what my mentality is? You want to know what my honest to God thoughts are? And I believe this with my heart. Like, I believe this in every fiber of my being. I don't trip off of money because I'm an unrealized billionaire. I am going to be a billionaire, not because I'm shooting for it, but because that is the type of wealth that attracts itself to me. I am going to be a billionaire, self-made billionaire. And money attracts itself to me. Success attracts itself to me. Beautiful women and beautiful people that add value, that's trying to figure out how to add more value, attracts itself to me. I am going to be a billionaire. I don't give a fuck about no $1 million. I make that shit in my sleep. I'm not shooting for 100. Man, I am, without even blinking, God has already told me that I am going to be a billionaire. I am going to be a mogul. When I be telling y'all like, yo, I'm at the bottom of where I'm going to be, I am at the bottom. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm taking all of my fucking friends with me. All of my day ones, all of my friends. I hire my own people. I'm taking all of my fucking friends with me. I got my own friends. I got my own community. And we good over here. We good over here. We straight. I'm taking my friends with me. Flat out. So, everybody could say a lot, but I want to see what y'all doing for y'all friends. What you doing for your people? Are people willing to move to come and be around you? I'm taking my friends with me, bro. J Ben says, sheesh, they might as well charge a gas guzzler tax. Playing the game says, what up, AD? Been watching your videos for a while now. To quote Chris Rock, there's white people and then there's white liberals, and white liberals have got to go. That's a fact. The executive suite MLE says, Rita and Leslie, aka Jane and Judy Jetson, with the credit card. It's a blessing to be able to provide for the fam like that. Feels good to provide. When I get the new phones, they got to get the new phones. Mr. Merv says, to him that hath shall more be given unto him, and he shall have abundance. But to him who hath not, it shall be taken from him, even that what he has. What is that with regard to the talents? What verse was that? What quote was that? Shout out to you, Mr. Merv. Anyways, the funniest part about this, and I'm going to go ahead, because I could just kind of talk my shit because it's Saturday. The funniest part about this is that I think about all of the people that was so dumb and so petty that had, that could have been friends, that could have partnered with me, that we could have ran up a bag together. We could have been successful together. We could have built shit together. But instead, they wanted to talk shit. They wanted to clout chase, and they wanted to try to get their shit off. And they thought that they can build a platform off of dumb shit. It's like, y'all niggas could have been here, bro. Because I was already destined to be great. Like, why do that dumb shit? You know what I'm saying? So stupid. So fucking dumb. We could have built some bigger shit than whatever it is that you thought this little petty shit was that you had going on, bro. People so small-minded. They'd rather chase pennies than get bags together. Penny chasers. We bag chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. And I'm the most transparent one that y'all have never seen before. I'm the most transparent content creator that you've ever seen in your entire life. I show you everything. Everything. Shout out to the team, too. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night. Movie night tomorrow night on Room 9. All right. Love y'all. Let me read a couple of more. Jalen says, thinking about buying a Toyota. I got $2K sitting in stock. Should I use my investment? Why are you buying a Toyota? Do you need a car? If you don't need a car, then keep doing what you're doing in order to continue to run it back. Don't waste your money, bro. It's not just about paying cash. It's whether it's financially, it makes sense while you're trying to build yourself. Rob Brown says, salute to you, bro. Salute to you too, my friend. All right, y'all. Movie night tomorrow. We running it up, and we going to add two of the ladies with us. I'm out. Peace.